Hare Krishna. Sadhava hrudayam mayham sadhunam hrudayam tuham madanyat tena janati naham tebhyo managapi bhakta ama preme bandhiyachi hridaya bhitare jaha netra pade taha dekhaye amare चौदुगे देखे ना देखे तार मूर्ति सर्वत्र हया तार इष्ट देव स्फूर्ति जो मां पश्यति सर्वत्र सर्वं च मयि पश्यति तस्याहं न प्रणश्यामि स च मे न प्रणश्यति. So this is the topmost devotional service by which a devotee always see Krishna. There is union in separation and separation in union. How union in separations? Even though Lord is not physically present in front of him, but wherever he sees, चौदुगे देखे ना देखे तारा मूर्ति, because Lord is present in every atom, every molecule. There is no such thing which is beyond the control of Lord, beyond the body of the Lord. Everywhere Lord is present. Sarvatra sruti maloke sarvam avrutya tishtati. Everywhere his ear, his eyes, he spreads everywhere. And Lord being present every atom and molecule as his energies, he can be visible to a pure devotee everywhere. Ishte Gada Trishna. When one is exhibiting this intrinsic quality that he is deeply attached to the form of Krishna, then he can see Krishna in every place and everywhere. So by the state of Sravana Dasa, that a devotee transforms himself into a state. Dasa means state. In that state, he always willing to hear about Krishna. Just like Jatha Juvatim Juninam means boys and girls are attached to hear each other's voice. That was because of material attractions. When a devotional attractions or the devotional perfection happened between the Bhakta and Bhagavan, between the devotee and Krishna, then he maintains this state called Sravana Dasa. He is always willing to tell about or hear about Lord's name, Sravana Dasa. Because he always hears Krishna, he always maintains Krishna as his master. That is called Varana Dasa. In an advanced state of surrenderness, always willing to hear about Krishna, speak about Krishna, talk about Krishna. So in this way, he maintains a Varana Dasa where Krishna is only his master, and at that time he can only remember, if there is a little time to think about, then he will think about Krishna and how to serve Krishna, how to please Krishna, and what are the loving devotional services, what are the exchanges of devotional services, what are the reciprocations of devotional services that he will get. Then gradually he will get a Seva Samadhi. Samadhi means absorbed in services to Krishna, and he will get Apanna Dasa, Prapanna Dasa, then that is called perfection in devotional service. Prapanna Dasa means completely surrender. Apanna Dasa is maintaining the relationship. He is only living with the relationship with the Krishna and forgotten. Just like Gopi, they had husband, they had children, they had father-in-law, mother-in-law, yet their dasa was apanna dasa. He was only maintaining, they were only maintaining relationship with Krishna in a papanna dasa. Papanna means only surrendered to Krishna, nothing else. So this kind of advanced devotional services exhibited by Brajavasis. So these pastimes happened when Lord Jagannath, who is Krishna himself, came to Mathura. He promised to all the Brajapuravasis that he will come back. So with this state, Sravana, Varana, Smarana, Apana, Prapanna, and Seva Samadhi. These 6 states are the exhibitions of devotional service by Brajavasis. They every moment exhibit all these 6 forms of state of devotional service. What are they? Sravana Dasa, Varana Dasa, Smarana Dasa, Apana Dasa, Prapana Dasa, Seva Samadhi. So these 6 state of devotional service are unique. That's why that we are talking this light. We want to serve Krishna in Brajapura Bhava. What is this Brajapura Bhava? This is the Brajapura Bhava. That they are always maintaining the state of Sravana, Varana. Varana means Krishna is the only master. Krishna is my only husband. Or Krishna is my only son. Or Krishna is my only friend. And so like that, there is no other duty, only duty is to please Krishna. If he is a friend, then he will think by his friendship how he can please Krishna. If he is parent of Krishna, he will think how he can, maintain Krishna, how he can take care of Krishna, nurture Krishna with his parental loving relationship. Similarly, conjugal feelings, gopis, they offered the conjugal relationship with Supreme Personality of Godhead and maintain Varana Dasa. Smarana Dasa, they always remember that. Apanna Dasa, Papanna Dasa, like that. Seva Samadhi, these are higher feelings of Brajavasis. When Krishna physically not present, but he promised that they are now remembering in separation of Krishna, but Krishna is always within them in this all the 6 states. Sravana, Varana, Smarana, Apanna, Prapanna, Seva. Seva Samadhi is now he is not physically taking the Seva. Now he is taking all this Seva in Smarana Dasa. So this is the Seva. Even though in Smarana, in meditations, the first class devotees offer all kind of services. So here these services is repeatedly, the separation is completely disturbing, completely burning the devotees of Vrindavanas. At the same time, Krishna is also remembering the loving devotional exchanges. However, one devotee surrendered to Krishna, Krishna reciprocate equally or even more. However, he only feels the exchange of loving devotional service is less than Radharani. How much render of devotional service is from Radharani cannot be compared by Krishna. He is falling short of that. That's why he had to take this Gaura Avatara to fulfill that. What is that? To realize how much love is there for Radharani to Krishna. For that, Krishna has to take the form of Radharani, which is Gauranga form. So this kind of topmost loving devotional service can be maintained in Brajapura Bhava. This was the state when Krishna was performing his Dwarka pastime in Dwarka Dham, that he was always remembering. In the daytime he was busy in this royal affairs, but in the night he was always remembering Krishna. Those the queen, all the 16,108 queens were serving with utmost reverence, with utmost affections, with utmost dedications. Every paraphernalia on time, before time, everything is ready. Yet Krishna is not found to be happy with all these offerings. He is still looking for something else. This something else, this Sravana, Varana, Smarana, Apana, Prapanna, this Seva Samadhi that is dedicated by Brajapura Vasi is always remembered, and Krishna is remembering them. So while sleeping, he is, in the dream, he is calling out the name of sometimes Gopi, sometimes Madhumangala, sometimes Sudama, sometimes Subala, and sometimes in dreaming and while thinking about the loving devotional service of Brajavasis, he is falling down from the bed. So these conditions of their husband was very much surprising to these queens of Dwarka. So they inquired to Mother Rohini, who is the mother of Baladev, why this kind of thing is happening? Are we not, following our proper services to our husband? Are we lacking something somewhere? Then Rohini Mata explained, no, you all are doing your service to the best of your abilities. But there is a higher platform of devotional service which could be exhibited in a dham called Brajapura. These gopis, they are so wonderful in their surrenderness, in their service to Krishna, that Krishna can never forget for a single moment. Ekam api kalam Vrindavana tektam nagacchati anyatram. Just for a single moment also, Krishna cannot give up such thought of the service of Krishna, service of Gopas and Gopis and Brajavasis, because they are so attracted, so elevated, so surrendered. This way, if you come to know the pastimes of the Brajapura Vasis, then only we will be able to understand that why Krishna is feeling like this, why he is dreaming like this, why he is even crying out, calling out the names of this Brajavasis. So like that, all the queen wanted to hear everything together. So they all decided that to gather in Sudharma hall, and there must be a guard to prevent these two brothers Krishna and Balaram to enter into the hall. So Subhadra Maharani extended two hands and was guarding the gate of Sudharma hall. Rohini Mata started narrating. So Rohini Mata narrated this pastime in 4 steps. First, he tried to explain the glories of Brajapura Dham, Dhamera Mahima. Then he tried to glories of Bhaktara Mahima. Bhakta means the Brajapura Vasis. What is the glories of this Brajapura Vasis? Then he tried to glorify Bhaktira Mahima. What is the first class devotional service that is exhibited by this Brajapura Vasis? That is the 3rd step. And the highest or the 4th step is, what is the glory of Bhakti Rasa Sima? The topmost devotional service, the boundary where no other surrenderness, no other loving exchange can be existing. That is the boundary, Rasa Sima. Infinitesimally greatest devotional services exhibited by Radharani is called Bhakti Rasa Sima. So Rohini Mata, who is narrating these stories of Brajapura Vasa, he started explaining the glory of Brajadham. Then Krishna Balaram, who were gazing the cows in distant forest, as soon as this pastime was narrated, they immediately come to know, and both Krishna and Balaram came and stood in the gate of Sudharma hall, where Subhadra Maharani is guarding with both the hands. So one of the brother is in the right side Baladev, and in the left side Jagannath, and Subhadra Maharani sitting in the middle. Subhadra Maharani even could not notice, because she was absorbed in hearing the pastimes from Rohini Mata. She could not realize, though she guarded by extending the hand. So the story narrations of the Brajapura Dham is going on. Rohini Mata explaining, here you see the roar of ocean, Uttala Taranga, and there is the cool breeze of Yamuna river. There is jungle. Here you see them, some forests come out of saline muds, etc. And here you see how the creepers, Vrindavana Taru Latika Vanira, Radha Kunda Tata Kunja Kotira, Govardhana Parvata Taru Latika Vanira. The water, the creeper, Radhakunda Tata, Dwadasa, Brajamandala, all these glories are amazing. All are devotee of Krishna. The creepers are devotee of Krishna. Tamala Mukhya gives the remembrance of the hue, the body of Krishna. So anything and everything in Vrindavan are dedicated to Krishna. So like that, the glories of cows, the glories of creepers, the glories of various gopis, gopas, and the places are explained. Then she tried to explain about the glories of gopis, gopas, and this their dedications for Krishna, how all the friends of Krishna were feeding to Krishna, whatever they bringing from their houses, they are feeding Krishna, and Krishna also very lovingly eating whatever remnants they also give, and Krishna also feeds everybody. So like that the stories goes on. As soon as Lord hears the pastimes of Bhakta, then he started exhibiting the Ashtasatvika Vikara. The Kurma Akruti started manifesting. Means the strengthening of hand, leg, and the eye started becoming big, the face becoming enlarged and rounded. So like that the Mahabhava form manifested. Then Rohini Mata explained about the glories of gopis, how they were dedicated, how they were serving Lord in conjugal relationship. Yashoda Mata's glory were explained about how the pastimes in Prabhas Tirtha was explained. When Lord Krishna was performing fire sacrifices, Devaki Mata stopped Krishna to go out. Yashoda and Brajavasis, they were waiting outside of the arena to see Krishna, but they didn't allow Krishna to go. So finally Yashoda Mata cried loudly the name of Krishna, and Krishna ran away from yajna. So when mother call, by hearing mother's call, anybody can give up any of the ceremonies. So Lord Krishna ran away from the ceremony, from the sacrifice, to see Mother Yashoda. That time Devaki Mata explaining that even though Devaki Mata tried to stop Krishna to continue the yajna. So that was the plan of Padma and others, that Krishna let not be allowed to meet these Brajapuravasis. He is engaged in sacrifice, he will never go, that's what their feeling is. But Krishna did not follow that rule and he went to meet Mother Yashoda. Kala Krishna Kala hala eboda vipati Mata Daka nahi sune viparita mati. So this is the feeling of Lord Krishna towards Mother Yashoda in comparison with the parental feeling of Dwarkavasis. So these comparisons are presented by Rohini Mata, that the feelings and the loving devotional service, the parenthood of Nanda and Yashoda are much greater, are much elevated than Dwarkavasis. Then she gradually narrated the pastimes of Brajagopis, how they were dedicated, even though they had so much responsibility of the family, so much restrictions, so much like they are traveling to gopis not to go in front of Krishna, yet they were fully surrendered to Krishna and they are living completely on the Krishna. When Krishna left Vrindavan, their only hope of living this life is Krishna's name. Otherwise, no food, no water, nothing are taken. They are just surviving by the holy name of Krishna. So that is the dependency, that is the surrenderness, that is the Varana. Varana means accepting Krishna as master, and that is the dependency on Krishna. These dependencies, this level of surrender, you will never find in the Aishwaryamaya Seva Bhava in Dwarka. Everybody is worshipping Lord Krishna as a king. Everybody is maintaining their own livelihood with comforts, but Brajapurvasi leaves every comfort for the pleasure of Krishna. So that feeling of Krishna is explained to the queens by Rohini Mata. So by the time Krishna manifested the Kurma Akruti form, which we see Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra Marani in the temple of Lord Jagannath. Then Narad Muni happened to see this. He came because he is the news, like the media person, spiritual media person who travel everywhere. He came and he saw that amazing form which he had never seen before. So he prayed, Lord, let this amazing form, just by seeing, there is romancha pulaka and asru incessantly flows just by this amazing form of Lord Jagannath. So with shivering and with trembling voices and with incessant tears of love, Narad Muni prayed that let this kind of loving form be available to all the people. That time already 50 years of Brahmaji over. So Lord, as Nilamadhava was present in Nilachal Dham, he said, in Nilachal Dham, this form will be available for next 50 years. So that means in the life of Brahma, there are 50 years is called Ardha Parartha, next Ardha Parartha is called another 50 years. We are in second Ardha Parartha. From this second Ardha Parartha, Lord is exhibiting his form as Lord Jagannath, where Nilamadhava was worshipped by Indra, Varuna, Chandra, Shiva, Brahma. They every day used to come offer their services to Lord Jagannath. And then later on, when Lord concluded his pastimes in Dwarka, then he gave the benediction to Visvakarma, Savara, that you will be able to worship me directly. So only you. If you try to bring anybody else, then I will be invisible. So he was worshipping Lord Jagannath in Nilachal Dham, same place where Lord Jagannath is now worshipped. That was some tent for Savara, and it was named as Savara Palli. So in that village he was staying, that was mountainous area, and he was going to the place of Nilachal mountain, which was not possible to go. There are lots of wild animals like tiger and ferocious animals, snakes were there. Only he could go to that place. So he was used to worship along with the demigods. Every day demigods were coming and worshipping Lord Jagannath. They were offering the flowers, fruits from Swargaloka, Parijata Pushpa and Divya Phala, these fruits, all these divine fruits from Swargaloka were offered to Lord Jagannath, and he happened to bring some of the garlands, some of the flowers which were distributed to other, like Lalita and the wife of Visvasu or other servants of Visvasu. They were able to get that. So this Lord has amazing pastimes. This Leela is exhibited, is a dream to Indradyumna Maharaj, that Lord Vishnu is performing this kind of pastimes in this India, this Bharata Bhumi, and he didn't disclose where. In the Bharata Bhumi, he is doing this amazing pastimes, that Vishnu directly performed the pastimes and the demigods are coming, all these things. So he thought that Lord is in my place in Bharata Bhumi. He was in Avantipura, which was in Madhya Pradesh. But I am so unfortunate that I am unable to serve him. So he told all of his ministers to go all around India and search that place. So Vidyapati was the minister. He became successful. All other travelled here and there. So Vidyapati, while searching, was travelled this place nearby Nilachal mountain. He happened to smell the fragrance of a divine flower, which is never seen in this place anywhere in India. How much that fragrance is unimaginably greater fragrance was there. So with that fragrance only he could recognize, he was a very wise person, could recognize this must be a divine, it's not from this world, not from this earthenly place. So he started to follow that, and while following that he saw there is a river, and in that river some girls were bathing, and there is a princess named Lalita was also bathing there. So during bathing she slipped her feet and entered into the deep water and was drowning. So seeing that, Vidyapati immediately jumped and saved her. So as per their rules that whoever touches should marry. So they all told that you have touched our princess, you must marry our princess Lalita. Vidyapati told that I am a Brahman, I already have a wife, I cannot marry two women, so it is not possible. So all of those associates and guards, they forced Vidyapati to the court of Vishwavasu, where he was tried that if you marry, you will be remained here and you can go back to your place along with your wife Lalita, otherwise you will be given death punishment, death sentence. Yet he had no fear for death sentence. He had not fulfilled the goal of finding Lord Nilamadhava, so he was ready to die. But somehow just before the death sentence day, he could get the dream of Lord in his different disguise form as a boy happened to meet him, also told Lalita, inspired Lalita to go to the jail and explain him about the plan, that it is his plan for which mission he has come can be fulfilled here. So he was conveyed with this by the arrangement of Lord Jagannath that he can fulfill his mission being here. So after this knowledge being presented by Lalita to her in the prison house, Lalita also told, if you want to go, you can go now. All this punishment I will take to my head. You don't be worried about that. But Vidyapati, after knowing that his goal is here, he thought, by going in empty hand is not of any use. Let me obey the rule of their state, and even I break my rule of not getting married to two women, let me get married. So he got married, and this way some days gone, and Vidyapati now pushed Lalita that you please remember my mission. If my mission is not fulfilled, if I am unable to see Nilamadhava, then my life is useless. You have promised me, so now please do something that I must see Nilamadhava, otherwise I will give up my life because of not fulfilling the promise. So Lalita insisted, Vishwavasu, even though he was not allowing his own daughter or wife, anybody, because told that nobody should come here. Then to hear the loving words of Lalita, being merciful, being affectionate to her daughter, to his daughter, Vishwavasu finally agreed. He can come, but this route cannot be shown to anyone. So he must tied with some clothes in her eyes and can go with me. Vidyapati, being clever, put some mustard seed in the clothes in sleeve, and as he was going behind the Vishwavasu towards the temple, he was putting down one mustard seed. Then finally he happened to meet that place where Vishwavasu was offering. Vishwavasu opened the clothes. He could see Lord Nilamadhava, and seeing the transcendental amazing form of Lord Nilamadhava, he stand still and prayed Lord Nilamadhava that his life is successful now. Now whatever happens, whether he dies, whether he lives, is nothing to be worried about. Now he prayed Lord that my only mission is to give this news to Indradyumna Maharaj. Then Vidyapati again was tied with the clothes, he brought back, and finally this story ended that Vishwavasu broke the promise of not bringing anybody. So Nilamadhava started disappearing. When she tried that this way Vidyapati could see, then it was rainy season, whatever mustard seed was sown started growing, the path was visible. Then Vidyapati happened to know that road, so he again tried to visit by that road, but when he reached in that road, he see that Nilamadhava is disappeared, because of the promise that Nilamadhava cannot be seen by any other human being than Visvavasu. So whatever fruits, roots, flowers, all this available in the forest, he was offering that, and Lord was happy with that. Now that he is willing to have different varieties of prasadam, there is one more story that one day this Mahaprasad was taken by Narada Muni and he gave to Shivaji. Shivaji ate everything. There is nothing left. So Durga Devi, who is also regarded as Bimala Mata, got very sorry for that he is deprived of the Mahaprasad. So she told, now that I do tapasya and I will make this available to all of my sons. And so every living entities are regarded as children of Durga Devi. So she did tapasya for Lord Krishna, and being pleased with the tapasya of Mother Durga, Krishna granted him that my prasada will be available to everybody as Mahaprasad after it is being offered to you. So whatever bhoga offered to Lord Jagannath is then come to Bimala Mata. After Bimala Mata takes the prasad, then it become Mahaprasad. Then it is distributed to everyone. So like that story of Mahaprasad was there. So that also need to be granted. So Lord Nilamadhava arranged these pastimes that now he will be appearing as Nilamadhava. He will not living anymore only with the Bana Phala Puspa, with the fruits and flowers of the forest, but he will be able to take Chappan Bhoga Mahaprasada, 56 kind of various items to be offered to Lord Jagannath in various offerings. So like that, Lord disappeared from the vision, and when Vidyapati explained this story to Indradyumna that he is present in Nilachal Dham, he came with all of his armies, all of the troops. They brought all the foodstuffs they want to now being established in Nilachala. So when they reached the place of Nilachala mountain, there was one storm of sandstorm, because it was near the ocean, and the sandstorm covered entire mountain of Nilachal Dham. So by seeing all this, Indradyumna Maharaj very much worried that he is not able to see Lord Nilamadhava. So he was in sorry as he could not serve Lord Vishnu in his lifetime, to give up his life. So then he went to give up his life in the ocean. Lord from the sky voiced him that, don't be worried, it was my plan that I will reappear as deity form made up of wood, and you will be able to worship me and offer your various services for lifetime. Don't be worried, go and do sacrifice, and then you will be able to find me as the wood of love. So he then went happily, performed the sacrifice. Even Naradaji, who also invited Brahmaji, all were present in the sacrifice of Indradyumna Maharaj. It was a great sacrifice. He offered millions of cows with the footprints and the urine of cow. The big pond named Indradyumna Sarovara was built, and Lord Brahma himself brought Lord Lakshmi Nrsimhadev from the Satyalok. So the Adi Lakshmi Nrsimha temple is there. So in front of that Adi Nrsimha, Lakshmi Nrsimhadev, the great sacrifice was performed. After the fulfillment of the sacrifices, the voice came from the sky that now the log of wood which fell down from Mahavishnu's armpit is there in the ocean near the seashore. Go and collect. So along with Naradaji and Indradyumna Maharaj, all his armies went to bring the log of the woods from the ocean. When the logs of wood was brought to the tent where right now Gundicha temple is there, there the log of wood is worshipped with paraphernalia as per the process, and the carpenters were allowed to cut and build the vigrahas out of it. But none of the carpenter could ever touch this. Their instruments fall to enter into the logs. So it was hopeless now. Indradyumna Maharaj was again crying and praying for the mercy of the Lord. Now again I am in danger, even though the Brahma Swarupa is with me, but I am not able to get the manifestations of the deity forms. So he prayed. Then Lord as Visvakarma form came to build his form. He was appearing as an old man. So it was not believable that this old man can build this. Yet there was no hope. So Indradyumna Maharaj allowed him to do. So he gave a promise that you must keep me alone. Nobody should enter into this place of constructions. It should be covered all around. After 21 days, you will see the deities are being present before you. So these 16 days, they were always hearing the sounds. So they could understand that the construction, the work is going on. But on the 16th day, they didn't hear any sound. That's why Queen Gundicha Maharani doubted that whether this carpenter is living or not, and it will be offensive that they have not given any food, anything, and how he is surviving. He has stopped us to give food. So it will be offensive. Let us immediately open the door and see how is his health. We must take care of him immediately. He might need the treatment from the Vaidya, the doctor. So with that they forced to open, and they saw that the incomplete form, which is the present form of Lord Jagannath, Baladeva and Subhadra, the legs are not there, hands are not complete, the body is in incomplete form. So Gundicha Maharani and Indradyumna Maharaj asked forgiveness that they are so impudent, they could not even believe the words of the wise Brahmana who came here to build. But Jagannath ji pacified them, don't be worried, it was my plan. So as per my promise, I will be in this form. Please establish me with this deity form and offer your services. So like that, from there, Indradyumna Maharaj wanted to build a grand temple, but temporarily he built Gundicha temple for the stay of Lord Jagannath, and in the Gundicha temple he was offered all the services. At the same time, he constructed Sri Mandira, which happened to take some years, some 10 to 12 years to complete the building. After that he went to invite Lord Brahmaji. When he went to invite Lord Brahmaji was, so Indradyumna Maharaj is now trying to invite Brahmaji. So the guard, the Dwarapalas, prevented him to enter into the arena where Lord Brahmaji is offering his regular prayer. So it takes a danda, which is approximately 48 minutes. During this duration, 71 golden cycles. So one cycle, golden cycle means it's combination of Kali, Dwapara, Tretaya, Satya. Kali is 4.32 lakh, Dwapara is double of it, Tretaya is triple of it, and Satya is 4 times of Kali Yuga. So altogether 10 times of Kali Yuga is one golden cycle. So like that, 71 cycle time gone during the prayer of Brahmaji. After that, Indradyumna Maharaj could meet Brahmaji and invite him. So when he comes back along with the Brahmaji, he saw that his temple is no more visible, and that temple was actually covered by sand. Another king named Galamadhava, he discovered the temple and he claimed that it is my temple. So when Indradyumna Maharaj saw that, he told that I built the temple. He didn't believe. When he gave the names of his fathers and all the details, it was not believed by the then king Galamadhava. But finally Brahmaji had to interfere, and the proof has to be given by Markandeya Rishi. And the kurmas, the crows, all gave the proof. Finally, he was agreed, and when Brahmaji especially convinced him, and also he was cursed because of telling lies, then only he allowed Indradyumna Maharaj to take over the temple, and his worshipped deity named Madhava was also present. Saptada Murti, Jagannath, Balabhadra, Subhadra, Sudarshan, then Lakshmi, Saraswati, and Madhava, like the Saptada Murti is present in Ratna Singhasana. So this ceremony was established by Lord Brahmaji himself while offering various prayers to Brahmaji, and Brahmaji offered the prayers. He also wanted to visit regularly this temple, so he prayed that how many times minimum I can come. Lord told that there will be various festival as planned by you. Brahmaji all given all the procedure how to be worship Lord Jagannath. So there will be minimum 13 festivals, 12 to 13 festivals. All these 12 festivals, important festivals, you may come. Brahmaji again said that if I have to come even less than that, maybe 3 times, Lord gave these 3, like Dola Govinda in Dola Purnima during Holi, and then Snana Purnima, which is the birthday ceremony of Lord Jagannath, and Rathayatra. These 3 are important, and minimum 2 important is Snana Purnima and Rathayatra, and topmost important is Rathetu Vamanam Dushta Punarjanma Na Vidyate. These 3 from Dole cha Dolo Govindam, Snane cha Madhusudanam, and Rathetu Vamanam Dushta. These 3 incarnations who happen to see every year Lord Jagannath in the chariot as Vamana form, and in Dola Purnima as Dola Govinda, in Snana Purnima as Madhusudana form. He will never get this repeated birth, death, old ages, means he can be liberated to the transcendental service of the Lord in the abode of the Lord. So this way Brahmaji established the worship principles, and all the Brajavasis and Dwarkavasis, all the different modes of devotional service was established. In Gundicha, this Brajapura Bhava was presented, and in Dwarka, this Aishwarya Bhava was presented. How he was maintaining the ruling in Dwarka Dham is now he is performing the same pastimes in Puri Dham. Puri Dham is regarded as one of the Char Dham, 4 Dham. 4 Dham means one of the Dham is presented for a specific purpose. So Srikshetra Puri Dham, Lord is specifically giving the mercy of prasadam, so eating prasadam. Similarly, Badrinath is for taking meditations, and Dwarka Dham is for maintaining the royal affairs. Similarly, Rameswaram Dham is for bathing pastimes. So like that, Lord has 4 dhams. So out of them, Jagannath Puri Dham is prominent. All these various pastimes of Gouda, Vrindavan, and Brajadham, Dwarka Dham exhibited all together in Srikshetra Puri Dham. So Lord performed his daily pastimes, in night pastimes, like he is taking the Gita Govinda dress, where Gita Govinda was written, and he was given, before sleep he was given the narrations of Braja Gopis pastimes. So every day Lord performed various pastimes to please devotees and give the chance to every devotees serve in their various moods. So Gundicha Maharani specially prayed that we want to serve you as your home in Brajapura Bhava with that same feeling. So it is very difficult for me to separate you from my home Gundicha. That's why that name is Gundicha, in the name of Queen Gundicha. So Queen Gundicha got the blessings from Lord Jagannath that at least once he will come, that is once a year in Rathayatra ceremony. Rathayatra is the day when all the devotees pull Lord Jagannath from his busy schedules of royal affair to a schedule where he can enjoy his lives along with the Brajavasis. So in the feeling of Brajabhava, the Sevakas, the priests, offer all their services, and all around the world various devotees, not depending upon any restrictions, any religion, any caste, anybody can see Jagannath, anybody can offer their services to Lord Jagannath. So Lord, being very much merciful to every living entity, he wanted that these specific days, he being available to serve by everybody, even he can be touched by everybody. So Lord granted this specific days service to everyone. That's why he is Jagatnatha, Jagannatha. When he comes in Rathayatra, he comes in Pahandi Vijaya. Pahandi Vijaya is a special process of bringing Lord Jagannath. When Lord Jagannath is intoxicated with the devotion of the devotees, Bhaktera Premera Bhava. So this loving devotional service, he is stretching hand, means always calling the devotees to come and embrace him. So whoever happened to visit Lord Jagannath Puri, he can see that Lord is, even if we give ourselves as a surrender to Lord Jagannath in one or two steps, if we forward, then Lord Jagannath will pull us, because his Swarupa is that Mahabhava Swarupa. Means he is always eager to exchange loving devotional service with the devotees. So he gives his blessings through darshan and prasad. Arna Brahma, Daru Brahma, Nama Brahma. With this, in this age of Kali, he is present in holy name as the same Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everybody can chant his holy name, and everybody can honor Anna Brahma Mahaprasadam, and everybody can get his darshan. No one is barred from darshan of Lord Jagannath during Rathayatra festival. So Lord Jagannath, being so merciful, is able to elevate everyone to remember Krishna and go back to his abode. The Krishna Vismriti is the biggest problem. Our disease is this Bhavaroga, or forgetfulness of Krishna, and the remedy is that how we can remember Krishna. When we enter into the holy dham Jagannath Puri and pull the chariot of Lord Jagannath, then we overcome all these hurdles. When we put Lord Jagannath as the master who control this mind with the intelligence of devotional services, then all the impediments will be overcome so easily, because of Lord is pulling the chariot, Lord is controlling the chariot. So that is the process. Rathayatra is also a process by which a devotee transforms himself from the impure state of devotional service to a pure state of devotional service, from the Aishwarya Bhava to Madhurya Bhava. Madhurya Bhava means completely dedications, with whatever little tulsi, little water, with whatever little possibilities of services you have, offer him with love and devotions, and that is the pure devotional service. In pure devotional service, lots of Aishwarya like good food stuff, good ornaments, good clothes are not expected. You may offer a nice garland which is made of the flowers available in the forest or at your homes, anywhere, with simple flowers or little bit tulsi, water, some fruits. Patram puspam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prajuchati tasya bhaktya aparutam asnami prayatnatmanaha. So like that, when one comes to this process of devotional service, so that is pure devotional service. That is the essence of pulling chariot. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was pulling the chariot, he recited this song that we want to see this Brajendra Nandan Krishna in Brajapura, and we want to serve Lord as Nandanandana Krishna, Brajendra Nandana Krishna. So that feeling can be developed in a place which is called Gundicha, and our mood of pulling chariot, dancing in front of chariot with jubilations. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing that same pastimes as he performed in Rasa dance, and he was surrounded by many gopis. All gopis were saying that Krishna is present with him. In the same fashion, in the 7 different circles, all the Gaura Parshadas were performing various Sankirtan with the various instruments like Mridang, Kartal, Shankha, Turi, Bheri, all were sounded very nicely, and everybody was seeing that the Gauranga Mahaprabhu is being present with him and dancing with him. So like that, Lord exhibited the transcendental pastimes of the Brajapura in the Vardhanda of Lord Jagannath during his pastimes. So all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas and various Vaishnavas from different sampradayas, they gather together, pull Lord Jagannath with the love and devotions to Gundicha Mandir to celebrate Rathayatra. Jai Jagannath.